Hey guys, I'm here at Cat Force One shop, and I wanted to introduce you to Chris and Diana. These two are a team. They build rod racks, rod holders, bank rod holders. Let's see what else you guys build. What else you build, Chris?
T-bars.
You build T-bars for boats.
Two sides of anchors now. We got kayak anchors.
Yeah, they got kayak anchors. Matter of fact, I got 2 anchors. And go over some other stuff, show you some stuff, show you a lot of things that they do. Diana's going to tell you the parts that she does in the builds. Chris is going to show you the parts that he does in the builds. Like that. So Chris, what size T-bars can people get from you?
I got the 2 sizes. Usually this is for the back, but you can put it either way. And then I got shorter ones for in the front. That just kind of, if you need to tarp or something, you can still pull them out. And the short ones will clear most of the rails. If you got a rail on your boat, a lot of guys with older boats have got a rail up there.
Okay.
And you can mount that down and pull that out, still put your tarp over it. They interchange too, it's the same base. So other than, like the short ones will be on a 3.5 by 6, and the bigger ones on the back are a 4 by 6. Just the way it tapers, you know, so you had more room. But yeah, I don't pre-drill these. You can kind of tell, just so, because a lot of people, I like them with 4, 1 in each corner.
Yeah.
That gives you the best stability, but I've seen guys that put 1 on each end.
Okay.
You know, because especially with the 4, if you got a smaller boat, that 1 out here on the corner is like, okay, right at the edge, can't even get a nut on underneath.
So are you saying when guys get these, they'll drill the holes yourself where they want them?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you get these, when you order these from Chris, what he's saying is these plates, I'll show you up close, these plates on here that would mount on your boat, he would leave that a blank plate. And then you can decide where you want to drill your holes at to mount on your boat. Maybe if you only want, say 2, 1 on each side, or 4, 1 on each corner, that he's leaving that completely up to the buyer. Yeah. Right? So
some guys even take them off and just run a 1/2-inch bolt right through the center.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I've seen that done too.
Gotcha. Well, that's a good idea, Chris.
I missed that one. They are painted on the bottom.
Yeah.
Just to help it from rust and stuff.
Right. Well, these here aren't completely done yet, so yeah, we get it. But that's a good idea. I think you come up with a good solution there to leave it up to the people to drill how they want to mount, and you give them the basic.
It's the 1/8 inch. It drills relatively easy, but short and stout too, so it doesn't really give. Yeah. If you do put 1 on and you shake it or something, grab it and shake it, you'll notice nothing on this gives. It's whatever you got it mounted to is what, you know, right, if there is a give there.
Now, if somebody wanted you to drill holes in this for them, is that something you would do if they request that?
Yeah, it can, but again, you know, it's better to size it right to your boat.
Okay.
Because that way when you put it down, if I drill them out here on the corners how I do on mine,
right,
you know, and a guy's got a 16-foot boat and it's a narrower thing, then outside holes are going to be probably on the outside of the boat even.
Okay.
Or they're going to be right in the boat where you can't even get a nut on.
Got you. So a person could ask you to do it, but they better be right in what they're asking.
Right. Yeah.
If they're saying put it right in the center on each side, then that's where you're going to put it at.
And if you got a narrower boat, that might be your only choice, you know, in the middle, or have it on this side and then 1 in the middle, you know.
Got you.
4 is always better than 2.
Okay.
Bigger's better, you know, that kind of thing.
Now the setups that are on these T-bars, rod holders, what size stem does this accept?
Any 1/2 inch.
Any 1/2 inch?
Yeah.
Okay, any 1/2 inch. I know you got some here, and Chris is working on rod holders, but he's not selling these yet. He's making them.
Just playing around.
He's playing around with a standard and make it.
Probably like a 45 and a 35.
Yeah, 45, 35. He's not selling these yet, but he's working the bugs out of them. He's getting them just right of how he would want to have them before he would ever advertise them for sale. But I'll show it to you anyway. I like them because they are simple. They're small. As you can see, the size of my hand. If you can see that. There we go. So, anyhow. And this is a 1/2 inch. So this is just an example. It would take right in a 1/2 inch stem. Okay guys, in case you were wondering, Chris is going to give you the standard size of his T-bars, the height and stuff. Matter of fact, I'll hold the tape up so you can see it, but he's going to tell you the height. Now, Chris, how high is this one? Is this the small?
Yeah, this is small. It's about 9 inches.
9 inches from the plate
to here.
To the top of the bar.
And then you got your nut and then your rod holder and stuff. So.
Okay. So what's your next size up?
And they're, I think they're 10.
Okay. Oh, you want to go this way? Okay.
Yeah.
That is, yep, that's 10 inches.
So it puts this right around 9 inches apart. Right. You know, thereabouts. And these are ones that come with the 3x6. Okay. But if you want a 4x6 or something like that or something different, just let us know. It's really no price difference, you know. And then the bigger ones, they'll come with the 4x6 unless you ask different. But
now how tall are these, Chris?
12.
12 inches. Oh. That's 12 inches right there. And
18.
18 across the pipe. Yeah. And let's go to the center of the nut. That's 16. So 16 inches apart from end to end. But each bolt here, you got 3 bolts on there. 1, 2, 3. Where you put your rod holder. They are 8 inches apart to the center. It would basically be like that, but that's any half-inch stem. That would be, you could buy any brand of rod holder and put on these T-bars. So
yeah, it's a half of a 13 thread, which is pretty standard on all half-inch.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, what else do you build, Chris?
We do these rod holders here, the bank rod holders. This is kind of our go-to thing. A lot of people see them on other videos and stuff, but oh yeah, Catfish Dave did a review, and man, they really took off down south. We saw a lot of them in Tennessee and Kentucky and Texas. Man, oh man, I couldn't believe it.
They're let me see this. I want to show you guys a close-up of this too. What size bar is this?
5/8.
Well, the way Chris has got this made is this. Here's your footstep, and it's very supported, so you could bang on this with a rock or either a hammer and drive it down in the ground if needed. That'll give you stability when it hits. Plus, it won't spin either. You know. Right. Yeah. So what Chris is saying is when this is stuck in the ground will actually push up against the foot peg here, and when a fish is hitting it this way, because that's the way it would pull, just the teeter of it would cause it to bind up, and it won't pull out the ground. It gives it a lot of strength to stay in the ground. It gives it a lot of resistance not to just pop out and slide out. So, and I know for a fact because I use these. So, and there's other people out there that's using them, and they work really good. So, I think even in a softer dirt around like a bank line or something, they will work good because
you can sink them in deeper.
You can sink them in deeper. Yeah. The further you sink it in, the better it's going to be. So. Now, what else do you do, Chris? I know you got anchors too, so.
Yeah, this is what we started off with, was just making anchors. And I use a 1/4 inch by 2 inch flat stock, and all there you go.
They're really nice anchors too.
And, yeah, and then everything's welded in, you get the chain, everything. I don't use a clevis or nothing, just try to keep all the costs down I can. In fact, the chain where I cut it at, I cut it a little bit more than half or off center, and I use the big end down here and the short end up here. So try not to waste, save all costs, and pass them on to everybody else.
Man, these are, what's the weight on this anchor, Chris?
14 pounds. They started off, first ones were 16, and all it was is a longer stem. And they're just in the way a lot, and they grab so good that 14 work just as well as 16.
They do grab good if you want a river anchor. I'm gonna show you a close-up of this. If you want a nice river anchor, like I said, I run these myself. I just used them last weekend on the river, on the higher river, and I was stopping a pontoon boat, a 24-foot pontoon boat. And the good thing about it is it's a compact anchor, and you guys know what anchors cost. Now we'll talk about pricing in a minute, Chris, and that's one of the great things about Cat Force One is they really cater to guys and girls that are working on a budget to afford affordable. Yeah,
we sold a few of them to some high school guys that team up, you know, and on weekends and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
So it's been pretty cool.
Right, they're trying to keep costs down for the buyer, but you know everybody's got to make money to keep going. So you know. In other words, if you want to, you can always give them extra $5 on anything you buy. And guys, I think you might like this. This right here, you built this for what, Chris? This one here.
It's basically a kayak anchor is why I built it, but you know, if you got a canoe or a small boat, if you're using a 14, 16 foot boat, you could use one of them or as your second anchor to keep you from turning, you know, in a lake or something where drift sock's not going to work.
Okay.
That, you know, they do hold just as well. Although if you got a big boat, it's going to pull a lot of mud and muck right along, you know.
But you built
kayak,
this more for kayak.
Yeah, that was what they designed for. Kayak, canoe, something like that.
That's 5 pounds with the chain and everything. So if you need a good kayak anchor, I think you probably want to get a hold of Cat Force 1. What kind of clothes or hats do you guys have? You know, because a lot of people like apparel. I do. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we got hats and t-shirts. A couple colors. She'd probably tell you better on the colors and sizes. She handles all that stuff.
We'll let Diana tell us. Yeah. How does anybody, what kind of hats and shirts, what colors or whatever you got standard? You tell us, Diana.
We've got mainly the black hats, and then we have a few colors. There are t-shirts, they come in this green, and you got a dark hunter green and a gray.
Okay.
And they come in large, extra large, and we have a few in 2X.
Okay, cool. Now, I know Chris and Diana pretty good. We've become friends over time. I love them to death. They're great people. So, I'm big supporters, and I always stress for people to support anybody that's in your local area that builds stuff like this. We all know that we all want to support the people that catfishing world is one big circle, and anchors and stuff can be used for anything, so can rod holders, but anybody that's out there is looking for stuff for crappie rod holders, or you know, all this stuff can be used for that mounted on the boat. So it's not just for the catfish world, but you know, another thing I wanted to ask you too, Diana, how would anybody be able to place a order with Cat Force 1?
We just have a Facebook page of Cat Force 1. You private message us, we can get back to you with the prices. We do have the prices on the Facebook page, and then you tell us what you want, and then we figure out the shipping. They get back to you right away, and we can ship them out usually the next day.
Okay.
Speed things up when you text. Go ahead and leave your address.
Oh yeah, we need your address.
And it needs to be a full address too, not just zip code. Zip code will work to give you a post office quote, but FedEx, they want your, because it could change, you know, $2, $3 either way. So and we don't make nothing on shipping.
We ship every day.
Yeah, whatever it costs us is what it costs you. So.
Yeah, shipping's always a rough thing, and that's another thing that people should. Yeah, another thing that people should understand is shipping. Like Chris just said, when they go, they weigh everything, and they actually charge you for the exact price of shipping. They make no money off shipping, which is pretty honest, in my opinion, of these two here. If you wanted to buy this anchor, let's say just Kentucky. If you sent this to Kentucky, about what is the ballpark price?
Between 20 and 25.
20 and 25 for a
shipping.
For the shipping.
And the anchor is
35.
35. Now what Chris was saying is, if you got a buddy or if yourself like me, if you want to, what does that do to the price of shipping?
About $5 more, right? Too.
$5 more. So
because you're paying that square centimeter. The weight's not as big as how big the box is.
Gotcha.
FedEx goes
there ain't nothing we can do about that, guys.
Right,
girls. I mean, it's just the
so
way
basically, if you order 2 anchors, it'd be about roughly $32, $33 shipping for a $35 anchor?
Right. Yeah.
For a $35 anchor. Guys, where are you going to get a $35 anchor like that? You can find anchors out there, but they're not $35. Not for that. Not with the chain, not already set up to break off. Diana does a lot of the painting, a lot of the cleaning up, and she does takes care of the orders. She goes and gets the materials to bring everything back. Chris, you know, you got to remember, Chris works another job too, just like a lot of people do that run these small businesses. So, right. So Diana takes care of a lot of things on the other end when Chris is out here welding and doing different things like that. So.
She does all the lead too, pours all the lead.
Oh yeah, you guys do sinkers too, so yeah, you got all that.
Another thing on our boxes, we have them pretty much made to the size of the product, so that we don't have extra box left over for the cost.
Gotcha. Diana's going to go over some lead with you. Diana, you go ahead and tell them about your lead. She's in charge of the lead. She's the actual builder of the sinker. So, Diana, you go ahead.
Okay, we're carrying 7 different kinds now. We have the flat spoon. They come in 3 and 4 ounce. Then we have the no rolls with the brass eyelet. We can't get those other ones to work, and these come in 3, 4, 5, and 6 on these. Then we have some flat bank sinkers. I'm not sure. I think those are 3, 4, and 5s. And we've got our river coins with the eyelet. And we have cannonballs. And these 2 are something new. We started the bank sinkers and pyramids.
All right. So, what's the pricing on your sinkers, and how would they get those? How would you ship those?
We can ship those like through the post office with a standard box. We can get up to about 6-8 pounds in one. They're for like $8.30. The next size box is $15. We have it. Not sure we'll fit in there, but
yeah. So, as an example, guys, this here is a bag full of 3 ounce weights. Say if you wanted to order, Diana's probably going to tell you now. You can see that's a lot of weights. A lot of us go through a lot of sinkers. Diana, how much would it cost for somebody to order that whole bag of sinkers?
I can get that whole bag in the standard ship for $8.
$8. $8 right there, guys. And that's, I don't know what that is. I guess that's got to be, gosh, that's got to be 8 or 10 pounds. Yeah. I don't know. But just to show you as an idea.
And we sell them for $2.50 a pound.
$2.50 a pound for sinkers. Don't matter what size the sinker is, it's rated by pound. Right? Like I said, Diana's in charge of that. She builds all the sinkers, melts all the lead, pours all that stuff up. That's her baby right there. So I wanted to let her go on that.
Thank you.
Now you know what Cat Force One does. Make sure you get on their Facebook page. Order up some stuff from them. Don't waste any time. Leave tips if you want to. Hey, that's just the way it is. The price these people are selling stuff at, we all can afford to give them a tip. I'm just joking, but they'll take it if you give it to them.
Yeah, it's not a high profit business right now. It was a good idea, and it occupies a lot of your time, but and you help a lot of people out. You already make friends fishing anyhow.
Right. I think a lot of people don't realize how much time between building the stuff, then tending to the cells, then tending to this, tending that. It takes up a lot of time, and lots of times Chris is not adding a lot of that time into his builds. Well, he's not adding a lot of that time.
Yeah, not to mention her time too, because she goes to the post office or down to the FedEx every day.
Every day.
And it ain't, we're 6 miles from the closest town out there in Boondocks. So.
They work hard on getting stuff shipped out. If you order, they get it done as soon as they can, and they get it out to you. So, all right, guys, if you saw this, make sure you check them out.
Thanks a lot. Go to our page, like it.
Make sure you share it out, guys. Make Cat Force One known.
Thanks again.